Someone on Reddit is running 3 Performance Max campaigns that are literally competing against each other, and they know it's wrong, but they're terrified to fix it before Black Friday. I came across a Reddit post titled "Looking for PMAX advice," and I noticed that this advertiser is spending 10 to 15K per month on a setup that's unfortunately working against them. The post starts with, "I've been running Google Ads for around 3.5 years with a budget of around 10-15K per month. Starting this July, revenue is not that great." But then they describe the campaign structure, and I immediately understood why the performance dropped. This is a classic example of being stuck between a rock and a hard place, knowing something is wrong but being afraid to fix it during the most critical time of year. Let me show you exactly what this advertiser has built, because every part of this setup violates basic Google Ads principles. They are running 3 PMAX campaigns simultaneously. PMAX 1, top selling products, 135 daily budget. PMAX 2, graffiti art products, 100 daily budget. And PMAX 3, same product as PMAX 1 but with different product IDs, $100 daily budget. Now here's where it gets problematic. PMAX 2 might feature the same products as PMAX 1 but with different product IDs from the merchant center. And PMAX 3, it has exact same product as PMAX 1 just with different product IDs, so they technically not duplicated across campaigns. This was set up by a freelancer almost a year ago, and it's a textbook example of trying to game the Google Ads system. The logic was probably, if we create different product IDs for the same items, we can show more ads and get more visibility. But here's what's actually happening. First, you're creating self-competition. When you have the same product with different IDs across multiple campaigns, you're literally bidding against yourself in the same auction. Instead of increasing visibility, you're just driving up your own costs. Second, Google's detection systems are getting better at identifying product ID manipulation. This type of setup violates Google's policies against duplicate products, and it could lead to merchant center suspension. Imagine getting suspended right before Black Friday. The advertiser knows this is wrong. They literally wrote, "I guess I may be competing against myself in this strange setup, but I'm scared to make some drastic moves." Their fear makes sense. Changing campaigns right before Black Friday can push them back into a learning phase and hurt performance during the most important sales period. But doing nothing is actually riskier. If the campaigns are already competing with each other and wasting budget, that problem becomes even more expensive during high traffic periods like Black Friday. Plus, there's a merchant center risk. If Google decides to take action against duplicate product manipulation, it's going to happen at the worst possible time. In other words, they are in a perfect storm situation, a problematic setup that gets worse under pressure right when they can least afford disruption. If I had to fix it with only a few weeks before Black Friday, here's the lowest risk plan. Week 1. Immediate fixes. Remove all duplicate product IDs and keep the originals in PMAX 1. Pause PMAX 2 and PMAX 3. Don't delete them so you can roll back. Slowly raise PMAX 1 budget, about 20% every few days. To stay safe, launch a dynamic search ads or traditional search campaign with your top intent keywords so you don't lose coverage while PMAX adjusts. The whole strategy is about small controlled changes and having a fallback if performance dips. If this advertiser had spotted this back in July, the ideal plan would have been: fix the structure in August by rebuilding into 2 campaigns, one for bestsellers and one for everything else. Let both campaigns learn throughout August, even if performance dips. In September, start adding seasonal products and finish all major optimizations before peak season. This would have given them a stable, well-trained setup ready to scale for Black Friday, instead of scrambling to fix issues during the busiest time of the year. This Reddit post is a good reminder that sometimes doing nothing is a real risk. Here are the takeaways. Audit your accounts during slow periods, so you're not forced to fix issues right before peak season. Playing it safe can actually be the dangerous choice if you're keeping a broken setup. Small focused fixes are better than freezing up. So check your own campaigns now. Look for duplicate products, overlapping campaigns, or structures that sounded smart but are hurting performance. Fix this when the stakes are low, not right before your biggest sales days. We all end up with messy setups at some point. The key is catching them early and fixing them before they cost you during peak seasons.